Hey folks, welcome to the Triple T Thursday. For those just joining us, that's Tools, Tips, and Talk, where we'll discuss info for the knife maker. In today's episode, we're going to continue our stainless Damascus series. We had the billet from last time, forge welded. Now we're going to forge it out into a bar that we can actually use and try to form a knife out of. We'll have questionable success, so stay to the end and see where we get to. Okay, so we're ready for forge weld number 3, which will be the final one. I've got my 2 stacks of Damascus on the outside, some AEBL, and then a double stack of CPM on the inside. So we're going to wrap this just like we did before. This time, just to make it easier to get the shell off, I'm going to just spray the top and the bottom with some primer here. This has got titanium dioxide in it, kind of like liquid paper. So hopefully the can will come off a little easier. Alright, we're ready for our final forge weld. Got this all welded up. Hole in the back. We are ready to go. Just like last time, I've got the forge set at 2150 Fahrenheit to do this forge weld. I take it really easy on the first couple of heats. This is where I probably got a little too confident. After the 4th heat, I'm thinking I have it welded. I was probably wrong here. Then I start to draw this out, and this is where things go bad. Right after this first heat of drawing it out, it starts to split at the back end. I immediately put it back in the forge and try to set this weld again. One side of the billet still has the can on it, the side you're seeing doesn't. I didn't even notice this until I went to edit it, but you can see it starts to split open as I'm pressing it, all the way down the billet. I think this causes my issues later. Well, here it is after forging. You guys didn't see it in the video, but when I went with the drawing dies, this end split open. I did 4 or 5 heats just trying to set the weld, but I think I got just a little bit too aggressive with those rounding dies. So I'm expecting this is not welded here. I'm guessing I'm probably going to lose 1/3 of the billet, which sucks, but let's grind into it and see how bad it is. Well, I might have got lucky. I don't see any obvious issues here. Like there's no defined lines or anything like that, but I won't know until I try to forge it. You know, this corner right here, there's a little bit of a dull line, so maybe it'll open up more, but again, I'm not going to know until I forge it out. I'm trying to be really gentle with the drawing dies, not pressing too much before the ends, because that'll kind of pop the ends up. So it seems like it's going okay. I'm taking turns going between the drawing dies and the flat dies, just going back and forth. I want to get this down to a thickness that I can use the rolling mill. I've got it probably just under 1/2 inch right now. Now I take it to the rolling mill to get some length out of it and get it down to just under 1/4 inch. Okay, so I've done a bunch of grinding after annealing it, and this is what I have left. It's probably 3/16 thick. It's about 8.5 inch long. So far, there's a couple of big kind of cracks here. I can work around that. But the part that I'm a little concerned about is, if you guys can see it, right in the center is where the CPM 154 was added. And you can see, if I can, right here, you can see it kind of cracking this way. So I've already ground into this probably 3/8 of an inch already, and it's not going away. So I'm worried that it's like that all the way through. So I'm gonna maybe take the corner off it or something like that and see if I can get through that. If not, I'm afraid I'm have to chalk this up to a failure. I mean, I'll do a knife profile out of it and grind it, but I think you're going to see all those little cracks on the edge, and it's going to be no good. But let's dive in a little more and take a look. Well, I decided to grind the whole profile of blade out and just give it a shot. That's all the time I have for today for this episode, so you're going to have to wait till next week to see if we get a knife. Next episode I'll be grinding the bevels and the false edge, and we'll see what it looks like when we get to the very core. Thanks folks, we'll see you in the next one.